Hi Scorpio, welcome to your love reading for December 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so I already shuffled the decks for you. Let's go ahead and begin. This is for confirmation, but first let's get you 9 cards from this deck. This is the love reading for the sign of Scorpio for December 2018. Your first card, Scorpio, is the Hierophant. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for December. The Wheel. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for December. 9 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio, December. Ace of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for December. 6 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for December. 3 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for December. 4 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for December. Judgment. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for December. And the Fool. What's the most important message that Scorpio needs to hear about their love life for December 2018? And the card that you have, wow, it's the Empress. So the Empress, the reason I'm reaching over here, if you can see my hand, is because a card just flew out. 2 cards. I'll show you what they are in a minute, but it's kind of interesting. They just popped out of the deck for you as I put it down. The Empress, this is your main energy. The Empress does represent you having it all. This is even better than the Lover's card. The Empress does represent love and romance, but it also means that you feel completely fulfilled. So it could be that for some of you, you're recovering this relationship, you're fixing your relationship or your marriage, or for some of you, there is a love coming into your life that completely and utterly fulfills you. Now, there were 2 cards that kind of popped out of the deck as I kind of set it down, and you have the 7 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. So this does represent perhaps confusion about where you belong. Perhaps you're feeling really emotional. Maybe there's a lot of choices when it comes to a partner. And then you have the 9 of Pentacles, which means you have to do what's best for you, perhaps when it comes to a decision. All right, so let me put those back, and let's go ahead and start. But first, Scorpio, if you would like to get a private reading with me, just go to my website here. It is channelguidance.com. I've also created a new Facebook account. It's not a page or a group. You have to add me as a friend to see anything. You will see readings on there that will never be seen on YouTube, and you have to add me as a friend. I don't accept any type of just messenger requests. I do answer messages, but only from friends. Okay, so now onto the reading. Let's look at the first row to see what you have going on here. You have the Hierophant, the Wheel, and the 9 of Cups. So it seems like you're finally getting what you want. I mean, you have the 9 of Cups, which is the Wish card. Perhaps this is something, a relationship, a person that you've loved for a long time, and you're finally having a chance with them. Or perhaps you're recovering a relationship, you're reconciling. But the 9 of Cups also represents immense happiness, being extremely fulfilled, which is the same energy as the Empress. I feel in your love like you're having your cake and eating it too. This is the energy of just having it all. And for some of you, you are having a wish granted, a wish maybe to meet your life partner, because we do have the Hierophant here, which just does... It represents kindred spirits and soulmates, and really finding where you belong and the person you belong with. It's the first card, so I feel like Scorpio, either like the person that you're with is your soulmate, your kindred spirit, the person you belong with, or many of you, if you're single, you could be meeting this person in December. You have the Wheel in the middle of all this. The Wheel does represent a lot of movement around your love life, and this is positive movement, positive change. So it seems like for some of you, there is a very positive change coming, like a wish is finally being granted, either to find a new relationship, to reconcile with someone, to make things work. And this is very much who you want, with the Hierophant being here. Now, in the second row, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. So you have the Ace of Pentacles. This is a new beginning for you. For some, it can be a new relationship, a new person. If you're trying to work things out in a relationship or a marriage, you do have the thumbs up from the 6 of Wands, because this represents victory. This represents any obstacles, any challenges that you and your partner had can be worked through. There is a new beginning there for you with the Ace of Pentacles. You also have the 3 of Cups. I see you being extremely happy. You're celebrating some type of positive change in your love life. Keep in mind that you have the wheel on the top. There's been some type of positive movement, change in your relationships, in your love life. I see you being extremely happy with the Three of Cups. This is joy, laughter, celebration. And of course you have the Nine of Cups also at the top, tying in with all of this, saying that, you've finally gotten something you've wanted for a long time, or maybe someone you've wanted for a long time. I see you being extremely happy. But again, there is a possibility here, a strong possibility of a new beginning where there have been challenges. With the Six of Wands, those challenges can be resolved. Now, at the bottom here, let's see what you have. You have the Four of Cups. Four Cups here. You also have Judgment right next to it. And then you have the Fool. So it is being emphasized with these three cards that, in a relationship or a marriage where things have been really tough, or maybe you've just been unhappy for some reason, because I do see unhappiness here. With the Four of Cups, this is someone that is feeling unfulfilled, someone who's feeling very unhappy, and you've reached the point where you're kind of numb because perhaps you've been hurt so much, or you've gotten into this energy where you just really don't care anymore. The good news is that you have a big change here. You have a major arcana, Judgment, which does represent that there's a second chance for you. There's a second chance for your relationship, or a second chance for your love life. This is especially positive for those where you have broken up, because it does represent a relationship rising from the ashes. So again, perhaps you're unhappy because you're not meeting anyone. There can be a second chance for you to be happy here. Or there can be a second chance, in a relationship where someone was making you unhappy. You also have the Fool, another major arcana of new beginnings. So you have two new beginnings side by side here, and also a new beginning over here. The Fool is telling you that there is a new beginning for you, but this is a risky new beginning. So it could be that you're having to give someone a second chance, which is right here. Maybe you have to give someone a second chance where, there were a lot of issues. The Six of Wands is saying you can work through those issues. But for some of you, it could be that you're just going to have to trust that this person will be different, that they've changed. For others, if you're single and you're meeting someone new, you're just going to have to trust that, this person could be the one. Maybe they're not, maybe they are. You just have to trust with the Fool. You have to take a giant leap of faith towards some type of new beginning. But I do see you being immensely happy. Let me just move you up a little bit so you can see what I'm pointing at. I see you being immensely happy right here. Like something very positive has changed for you, or there has been some type of very positive development. And also remember the main energy. I see you getting exactly what you want. This is a major arcana of you being extremely fulfilled. Either there's, you're healing something within your relationship or marriage, or there is someone coming in where this person is everything that you've ever dreamed of. Okay, so let me get a few more cards so we can get the rest of the message. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for December? You have the Prince of Pentacles, which is actually the Knight of Pentacles. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for December? The Eight of Swords. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for December? And you have the King of Swords. So you have an air sign here, which would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. You can even be the King of Swords if you have a moon or a rising sign and an air sign. So these three cards here. So, what I see here is, things are moving slow. There's slow progress. Perhaps for those of you that really feel trapped. Because the Eight of Swords, this is someone that feels completely kind of boxed in. You feel like there's nothing that you can do about your situation. Perhaps this is speaking to those people where this card has come up. Those of you who are feeling very unfulfilled, maybe you're in an unhappy relationship, unhappy marriage. You've really gotten to a point in your love life or in a relationship where you feel like you don't care anymore. You're just numb from everything that's gone on. I see things improving for you here with the Prince of Pentacles, but this does represent slow progress because there is someone here that feels really restricted, trapped in their situation, feeling like there's no way out of this. There's no way for me to fix this. Remember that you do have a new beginning right next to the Six of Wands. The obstacles that you have in your relationship, in your love life, you can work through them. But the Prince of Pentacles is saying this could take time. Now, for some of you, either you are the King of Swords or it's your partner. But I've seen this a lot in private readings. Sometimes the King or the Queen of Swords come up, especially after another Swords card, which you have right here, when you're really overthinking things, because the King and the Queen of Swords don't deal well with emotion. They get very logical, very rational, and they detach from their emotions so that they don't get hurt. And that could be you, although it doesn't sound like Scorpio. It could be your partner. Perhaps you're feeling really stuck because you're not able to reach or, kind of reach your partner emotionally because they're in a very mental place. Slow progress, but again, I see a lot of happiness for you there. Okay, so let's see what the confirmation deck wants to tell you. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for December? Two of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for December? Page of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio? Six of Pentacles. What's the most important message that Scorpio needs to hear about their love life for December 2018? Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords could mean that you've got a decision on your hands. The Two of Swords does mean there's something really complicated going on in your love life. This also represents stuck energy. Stuck energy. So you have stuck energy here, and then you have stuck energy with the Eight of Swords. Now the Two of Swords, I mean, with this energy here, you feel like there's really nothing that you can do about your situation. But with this card, there is some type of decision that you've got to make. Some type of action. And this is a main energy. It's like you need to make an important decision, something that's really hard and complicated in order for you to have it all. Because, I mean, you do have it here. This is the most important message for you. You can have it all. You don't have to compromise anything. But it comes with an extremely difficult decision. One that you really don't want to make. I also see, I mean, you've got the Two of Cups. You have a soulmate relationship here, a strong bond with someone. This is a card of just feeling like this person is the one, which completely ties in with the card right next to it, the Hierophant. So many of you are finding that kindred spirit connection. Maybe you're already in the relationship. You also have the Page of Cups, which does mean perhaps someone is declaring their love for you. This can also be, again, a very close and emotional relationship for you. You just feel a really strong bond with someone. And the Six of Pentacles is telling you that you will be receiving what you deserve. You will be receiving the relationship that you deserve. So, I mean, I see a lot of positive messages for you here. I feel like there's a very kind of, very beautiful, deep connection waiting for you. But for some of you, you may, if you're already with this person, there is some type of decision you have to make because of the main energies here. The Empress and the Two of Swords. You can have it all, but there's something that you have to do in order to have it all. And again, for those of you that are unhappy, you're in an unhappy relationship or marriage, you may feel like there's nothing that can be done with the Eight of Swords. You may feel like, I can't change them, they won't change. But you have the Prince of Pentacles saying there will be slow progress. I mean, what really just gets my attention is these two cards. You're extremely happy, no matter what you're dealing with right now. If you are here feeling just very, very distressed about your relationship, your love life, this is being very down and not caring anymore, there is some type of second chance for you here. I mean, and the Fool also is right next to it. There's a new beginning coming to you where you just have to trust. So now let's focus just on exes using this deck here. I've already shuffled it, so let me just get these out of the way. And this can be, someone you had a committed relationship with, but sometimes people write me and they ask me, can this just be someone that I was interested in, someone that I dated? It can be. Also, timing does not matter. So if it's been months, years, it's still valid. Okay, show us the energies around Scorpio and their ex. Nine of Cups. So this is a repeat card. Show us the energies around Scorpio and their ex. Death, Scorpio and their ex. Knight of Pentacles, also a repeat card. Show us the energies around Scorpio and their ex. The Moon. Show us the energies around Scorpio and their ex. Six of Wands, also a repeat card. Scorpio and their ex. The World. Okay, so let's look at these and see what does this mean for you. You have quite a few repeat cards. The Knight of Pentacles is actually this card right here, which is the Prince. You also have the Six of Wands has repeated itself. And the Nine of Cups has repeated itself. So let's go ahead and take a look to see what all this means for you. Again, this is for those who have broken up. Perhaps you're still in touch, but the relationship is not on anymore. It's over. And you want to know, again, is there a chance that you can work things out? So you have the Nine of Cups, Death, the Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, the Six of Wands, and the World. You know, what I see here, I mean, the Death card really stands out because this is, you know, a huge, a significant change in your relationship with this person. The Death card does mean there is an ending, but there is a new beginning. And you also have a repeat message with the World. The World is an ending and a new beginning. And both of these are major arcana. So this is something that's very significant. Again, it's just the energy of endings and new beginnings. So I don't feel, I mean, it's going to be different for everyone since this is a general reading meant to be viewed by thousands. But it seems like there is, you know, there is a door that's open as far as your ex. Of course, I mean, you start with the Nine of Cups. This is you having a wish granted. This is you being immensely happy, and it is a repeat card because it did come up in the 9-card spread. And you also have the Three of Cups in the 9-card spread, which shows that I see you being immensely happy, even though there was sadness in the 9-card spread with the Four of Cups. So I see a wish being granted. If I read the first 3 cards, what I see is a wish being granted. I see you being immensely happy. I see a huge change in the relationship with your ex. There was an ending, but there's a new beginning. Now you also have the Knight of Pentacles 2 times here. This does represent slow progress. Remember that you had the 8 of Swords and the 9-card spread, and the 8 of Swords, it does represent someone that feels like, you know, really trapped. Here it is. You feel really trapped and you feel like there's nothing that you can do. So, of course, if this is your ex and they ended it, you may feel like they don't want me back. There's really nothing that I can do. If your ex is not an air sign, even if they are, again, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, it could be that your ex is in a very mental place where they can't be reached right now. But again, with Death being here, right in the middle, it's telling you there can be a huge change, a big transformation. But with the Knight of Pentacles 2 times, this is happening slowly. You also have the Moon, the Six of Wands, and the World at the bottom. The Moon, I mean, when the Moon comes out, this is to tell you there is a lot that you don't know. You only know half the truth, half the story. There could be a lot of confusion about what really happened with your ex. This could even be that there is some type of self-deceit going on. This could be with your ex, because remember, you did have this 8 of Swords energy. It's telling me that some of you may feel like really stuck, like you don't know how to fix things, you don't know how to reach them. You do have the Six of Wands, also a repeat card. The Six of Wands, I mean, this is telling you that no matter what obstacles you had or the reasons why you broke up, here it is, the repeat card, these things can be worked out. The Six of Wands is an energy of victory over obstacles. So, I mean, again, you have the World is next. The World is telling you that there is an ending. The World does represent endings, but it also represents new beginnings. So you have that energy 2 times with Death in the World. So I feel like for many of you, you could be very confused about what happened with your ex, with the Moon being here. You also remember that you had the 7 of Cups, which I showed you at the beginning of the reading. The card, when I put the deck down, the 7 of Cups just kind of popped out from the deck. There's a lot of confusing energy around your ex. You may not know everything. You may not have a strong sense of clarity of what happened, what they were thinking, what they were feeling. But again, even if you had some major issues with the Six of Wands being here 2 times, major issues maybe tore you apart. The Six of Wands does mean you can overcome these things that blocked you. And you can move on to, you know, a different cycle in your relationship with the World being here. This is not just an ending. This is a positive card of you successfully completed a challenge. And again, you do have that here 2 times with the Six of Wands. Now you can move on to the next stage. So I feel like for exes, there is, you know, a strong sense of happiness with the 9 of Cups 2 times. And, you know, you getting exactly what you want or who you want. Let me get one more card for you from this deck right here. Let's see what final message you get about your ex. What final message is there for the sign of Scorpio about their ex for December 2018? The Four of Pentacles. So I'm not surprised to see this card, especially because you had the 8 of Swords and the 9-card spread. The Four of Pentacles is that energy where you can't reach someone. The Four of Pentacles, this is someone that is really playing it safe. Someone's being really stubborn and they don't want to change. They're not open to new ideas. They want to stay in their safe place. They could be resisting commitment, resisting talking to you. This is someone that is staying put, not budging. So again, that could be why you have the Knight of Pentacles 2 times, slow progress. But I do see, again, I see you being immensely happy. Just keep in mind that you're dealing perhaps with someone that's being very stubborn right now, someone who cannot be reached. But going back to the 2 main energies from the 9 card spread, again, keep in mind that you can have it all with the Empress. This is a love where you don't have to compromise. You don't have to compromise anything. This is someone that fulfills you in every way. But perhaps to be with this person, again, you have to make some type of difficult decision. Some type of either a decision that has to be made or some type of action. Until then, there is stuck energy. Okay, Scorpio, this has been your love reading for December 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.